What is happening, people? Today we're training some legs.
Give me your devotion. All of your devotion. Give me your devotion. All of your devotion. Give me your devotion. Maybe we can make it this time. All of your devotion. I know that we can feel so alive. Give me your devotion. Maybe we can make it this time. All of your devotion. I know that we can feel so alive. Give me your devotion. Maybe we can make it this time. All of your devotion. I know that we can feel so alive. Give me your devotion. Maybe we can make it this time. All of your devotion. I know that we can feel so alive.
What's happening, people? So I put up a Q&A story on my Instagram 3 weeks ago, and now I'm finally answering them. Like, unfortunately, that's my bad. My roommate's in the shower, and finally I get the time to answer them. So let's get to it. I feel like Q&As are a good way to add value to you guys. It's a good way to add value like into my content. So let's get to it. Question 1. What could you not live without? Pre-workout or that Peng chocolate cereal or you're always eating? So that Peng chocolate cereal is known as chocolate toast crunch, and honestly, it's the most orgasmic cereal I've ever had. And like, but unfortunately I think pre-workout's just gonna edge this, cause pre-workout's like the love of my life. I don't think I can ever live without it, because like, it's whenever I train without it, it's like I'm dead inside, and it's literally just like Wolf of Wall Street without cocaine. That's how it would be. And so yeah, so pre-workout's gonna be here, and that Peng chocolate cereal here, somewhere here. So second question. Do you suck toes? No, I do not suck toes. And I have to question the people who do suck toes. Like, what is this fetish of sucking feet? Like, where you, like, it's been on the, I don't know, it's just gross. Like, what is it that makes you touch feet? Like, I mean, what is it that makes you suck feet? So no, I do not suck feet. And if whoever's into feet, like, question, like, please go, like, check yourself, get yourself, question whatever you're into, like, cause like, this needs to be sorted. Like, who's into feet? Like, my question, what's your morning routine? Okay, so my morning routine is I wake up quite early in the morning, 7:38. I take a cold shower, a very ice cold shower, and the purpose of this is like, I hate taking a cold shower. It's the hardest part of my day, and just because it's the hardest part of the day, technically everything else should be easier, right? So like, it's all like, technically everything else should be easier. After taking a cold shower, I meditate for 10-15 minutes. It has to be present, clears my head. I take a walk for 30-40 minutes and listen to a podcast, and then once I'm back, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for, and I check out my goals that I have, like, that I wrote down just the night before I go to sleep, and I check out my to-do list and get right to it. And while I'm doing my morning routine, honestly, like, I do not check my social media at all. I do not check my social media till like the afternoon, or till I'm done with my first main task of the day. So yeah, and I feel like morning routines are the best thing to, like, honestly, like, one of the best things to improve your productivity, because like, when I do my morning routine, I'm so much in that state of flow to do my other tasks of the day. And when I don't carry out my morning routine, I feel so sluggish. I'm in bed all day and I actually don't get anything done, and I don't get much done, and I'm just sluggish, and I hate it. So what type of girls are you into? Interesting. So the girls that I'm actually quite into are, like, they have to have a high degree of femininity in them. They have to be goal driven. They have a very big vision for themselves. They value their independency. They value their time, and mostly overall they just actually want to have fun, they just want to have fun. Like there's like honestly like because like that's what gives me that like I love. They have to have fun. They bring me up. They have that motivation. Like they're uplifting just through their own actions itself. That I get inspired to better myself too. So how do you bulk up? So in order to bulk up, you have to make sure like when you're bulking up, you have to make sure that you're in a caloric surplus where the calories you eat are higher than your maintenance calories. And in order to calculate your maintenance calories, you have to get this app known as MyFitnessPal. Plug in your perceived height, your height, weight, perceived activity, and you'll get an idea of what your maintenance calories are. And then once you get that number, you're gonna want to eat like 300 or 400 calories just above that, and keep training consistently. So like assume your maintenance calories are 2400. Once you find this out, you have to eat like around 27 to 2800 calories on a consistent basis and still train and track your progress in the gym too. Like make sure you're eating in a caloric surplus. Make sure when you're training in the gym or something, you're progressing in all the exercises you're doing. So like, and once you keep progressing, you're actually going to see muscle growth. How did you improve or work on your self-discipline? So like this year, like how I improved on my self-discipline was this year I've actually set out like how I wanted to improve myself. Like I set out my list of goals on like how I wanted to be as a person, and I was not going to be like these resolutioners. I didn't want to like make up some goals and just stop at them 3 weeks, 4 weeks in just after the new year. So like what I did was I became really self-aware of the habits that I'm good at and really self-aware of the habits that I'm bad at. So what I wanted to do was improve this good to bad habit ratio over time. So like my good habits, I've started listening to podcasts, I've been meditating more, I've been reading a lot of more books. So I set out the goal of even reading a book a month. Now I want to even read a book every 2 weeks, every 1 week. So like I think I'm actually going to try read 20 to 30 books just this year, which is honestly something I never thought I'd do. It's like reading, opening a book, finishing a book was never something I thought I'd do. So yeah, stop chasing like short-term gratifications for paying off those long-term dividends. What is your body count? So my body count, so if you do not know what a body count is, the body count is the number of girls that I have slept with. The number of girls I have slept with is 4. Yeah, so like I'm not someone who has, so technically it's not such a big number it's technically not a big number, but I feel like the body count is just something that is just used, it's just a way of, just a construct just to inflate your ego, like just for people who, I think it's pretty stupid, like just for some people who say that, oh, I've slept with 26 girls and like, oh, just walking with their chest held high and walking out. But like I think it's a very stupid concept, because like you could have slept with 26, 27 people, but they could just have been trash people, and like it's something that it's just a construct just for inflating your ego. Like I'm into people, I care more about quality rather than quantity. Like I prefer like I'm building that intimate connection with someone rather than just going at it and like straight away. Like I feel like I have to connect with the person I'm sleeping with. I have to know who that person is, because I cannot just get into it straight away. So like what is it that actually made you get into training? So like the weirdest thing is, you wouldn't even believe, like I was looking back, like I was someone like who literally during my high school days, all I used to do was just play FIFA all day, like, and just sit on the couch, eat a bag of potato chips, tell my mom to get like just to make me 3 glasses of Coke, and I used to drink them. And honestly, like at that moment in time, I wouldn't think that the gym would become my passion. I wouldn't think that I would be the person who would be all the time, like the lifting weights would just be the thing I'm into. Like, so honestly, so like when I used to play FIFA all day, and like there was a point my mom was just like, yo, you need to stop playing this, I'm gonna get your gym membership, it's time you go. And like as soon as I started, like the first things I used to do was walking on the treadmill, doing those CrossFit routines, burpees, jumping jacks, all those types of things. And honestly, like I didn't like it at the start. During this moment, I had moments where I used to go for 2-3 weeks, come back, quit, and then something just hooked me up. One day just went with my friend to train, and like this time it was like he was doing a bodybuilding split. I got into this style of training more than the CrossFit type stuff, and somehow over this I actually started seeing results. And as soon as I started seeing these slight changes in my body, I just got hooked to it straight away. And like now it's just one of the things I cannot live without. Like training is one of the biggest fundamentals of my life that honestly has shaped me to who I actually am today, in terms of like it's helped me apply everything else in other aspects of life too. So I am internally grateful for my mom, who actually just sent me to the gym and bought that gym membership, because like just that small action made such a big ripple effect into even just starting this YouTube channel. So like internally grateful for that. How do you overcome anxiety and depression? So I feel like anxiety and depression is a very broad term that's used now, like, and I'm not someone who's gonna self-diagnose myself, but I've had these moments where like I just have this tension from nowhere. Like life is good, everything's okay, like everything's happy. Like I have all the reason to be happy and grateful, but there were just moments I just used to have this tension or stress just from nowhere, just carrying this tension and stress. And there was just moments like I just had this tension and stress, and honestly, like the one thing that solved it, like one thing that helped me get through this was meditation. Because like meditation really helped me through this, because meditating regularly helped me in terms of just being fully present in the moment, clearing my thoughts, and like acknowledging the stress and letting it flow rather than combating it. So like it really helped me just clear this stress and stuff. And in terms of like just help improving like your improving depression or something, improving just like stop chasing short-term gratifications, like staying in bed all day, scrolling through social media, watching Netflix, jacking off. Like stop chasing these short-term gratifications and do things that just give you those long-term dividends. Like pay attention to your fantasies. What visions do you get that drive you? Like now pay attention to that. Like start chasing that. Like put in the work even when you don't feel like it, and chase those long-term dividends. Put in the work in the short-term things when you don't feel like it, just for that long-term satisfaction, the long-term dividend that's paid off. How do you balance fitness with studying? So whenever like I have these exams, or whenever I had a period where I have to actually study so hard, the one thing that I did was, there's always time that you're going to use to take a break or to catch a break just from studying. Like no one can just study for 7-8 hours straight. So like I used to like study and take these breaks, and what you do in these breaks is vital. Like either you could either like scroll through Netflix, you could either watch Netflix, scroll through social media, like do anything that just gives you that hit of dopamine, or you could actually use that time, clear your head in a much better way through hitting the gym or something. It's like whatever you value, whatever you value, you will make a way to. Whatever you value, whatever that means a lot to you, you will make time for it no matter what. You will find a way to get it done no matter what. So like it's just trying to build that necessity for actually training, necessity for like actually fitness, how important fitness is in like it's just valuing everything in the same way. Like I value my studies just the same way I value my fitness. Oh, next question. How do you know if you're eating too little or working out too much on a cut? So when you're on a cut, you're going to have to make sure you're weighing yourself on a regular basis, practically every day, and track your weights, and then track your weight on a daily basis, calculate its weekly average for each week, and then see what the rate of weight loss is. If you're losing weight at a rate of 1 pound a week, you're good. If you're losing your weight at a higher rate than 1 pound a week, you're going to have to up your calories, because when you're losing weight a bit too quickly, chances are you're going to lose a lot more of your muscle mass too. So making sure you up your calories so you lose weight at the right rate, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. And then if you're working out too much, your body is going to give you that signal that you're working out too much. You're just going to feel worked up. You're not going to feel like hitting the gym. Your energy levels are going to be low. Your pumps are going to be crappier. Your strength's going to be down too. So like chances are you're going to probably have to rest, or just lower your volume and intensity. So the ideal rate I go by is training at around like 22 sets per week for each muscle group, and I'm training each muscle group twice a week. So each session I'm probably just doing like 10 to 12 sets for each muscle group. So yeah, that's about it. And it's the end of this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was of value to you guys, and if it was, please slap the like button. It goes a lot towards giving me that reference for improving my videos. Please slap that subscribe button, and honestly I'm so grateful for you guys for hitting 200 subs. Love you guys to bits. See you guys on the next video.